Okay, today I'm going to cook this very big piece of meat. This is a chuck roast. Actually, it's half of a chuck roast. This is the part without the bone. I've cut out the fat that I could cut out to make it less fat. This was at a very, very big cow, and that's a lot of meat there. So I'm going to cook this in the pressure cooker, and it's going to take about an hour. Okay, got my pressure cooker here. I added 4 cups of water. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on and keep it, get it started. Okay, I'm going to add 3 bouillon cubes. And on here I've got 1 onion that is quartered. Throw that in. I kind of cleaned out my refrigerator, so I'm putting a little cabbage in there, some garlic, some carrots, a big stalk of celery, and a whole onion. Just chunk all that stuff in there. Sometimes recipes call for browning the meat first, but I find that the less you do in a pressure cooker, the better it tastes. So I'm just going to grab my meat and just chunk it on in there. And I'm pretty happy with the amount of water. Okay, now seasoning this. Oh, I'm going to add tomatoes. I don't know, I just kind of like the way it tastes. So there's no rules. Do whatever the heck you want. But I've got some petite diced tomatoes. Add in there. Okay, the bouillon has salt, so I'm not going to add any more salt, but I'm going to add pepper. And I think I'll add some parsley. Love parsley. And really, I think that's all it needs. And now we'll just wait for the pressure to come up. Okay, that was quick. It's already started to steam. Probably about 3-4 minutes for it to finally get to this point. And since it's going to cook for a whole hour, I'm going to cook it for a whole hour, I'm going to go ahead and turn it down to 4. And set my timer for 1 hour. And then we'll see what happens. Okay, it's been 1 hour. It sure smells good. Okay, I have my little grate that I put down here for the thing to sit on. Let's see what's happened in here. 1 hour. Turn my cold water on. Make sure it doesn't go back into the valve where it could get stopped up. We'll wait for this little button right here to go down. Takes just a few seconds, really. Okay. See what we got going on in here. Sometimes you might have to cook it a little more. It doesn't look like we'll have to cook this one anymore. The meat is very, very, very tender. So what I do from this point is I put it in a dish. Okay, I'm going to transfer the meat into this dish. Right here. Okay, and as you can see, the meat is, you would have had to cook this hours and hours to get it this tender. All the flavor is still in there. So what I'll do is I'll make gravy out of the juices and put it in the oven and let everybody think I cooked it in the oven all day. Okay, to make my gravy, I'm going to use maybe 1/3 of a cup of flour. And then That'll cook them now. Give this a stir. Then I'll add it to my juices. And I'll cook this down. I'll turn on the heat, put this into a gravy, and then I'll pour it over the meat. Whoa. And we'll go from there. Okay, we're going to ladle on some of this really, really good gravy. And then I'm going to fill this with potatoes and stick it in the oven and keep it warm till everybody's ready. Okay, I'm going to make some potatoes to go with this roast. So I'm going to, without cleaning the pot, I just left some of the stuff in there. I'm going to add about 4 cups of water. Okay. I'm going to set it over here and get it going. Okay, I have 4 big potatoes. Okay, I put 4 potatoes in there. They're cut into about 6 pieces each. I left the skins on. I'll return the stock in the pressure cooker. Set that. And these will need to cook about 6 minutes once the pressure is up. Okay, I'm going to turn this down to about 4 and set my timer for 6 minutes. After 6 minutes, the potatoes are all done. You can set them in here, and it's just like you roasted them in the oven all day with the roast. Real tender, just right. You don't want to cook these with the roast because you cook it for so long and they would just disintegrate. So you just instead of cleaning the pan, just cut up your potatoes, stick it in there, and there you go. That took about 1 hour and 15 minutes. You've got a roast ready to eat.